Stories and Documentary Network. The Shu Kingdom, also known as Shu Han, was one of the three major kingdoms that emerged during the tumultuous Three Kingdoms period, 220 to 280 CE, in Chinese history. Established by Liu Bei in 221 CE, Shu was situated in the southwestern region of China, primarily encompassing present-day Sichuan province and parts of neighboring regions. Characterized by its rugged terrain and strategic location, Shu emerged as a significant player in the struggle for dominance among the Wei, Wu, and Shu kingdoms. Shu's foundation was rooted in the legacy of Liu Bei, a leader of humble origins who, with the assistance of his trusted advisors Zhuge Liang and loyal generals such as Guan Yu and Zhang Fei, successfully carved out a realm in the face of intense competition. The kingdom was known for its distinctive blend of governance, military tactics, and cultural achievements, which set it apart from its contemporaries. The Shu Kingdom holds a notable place in Chinese history due to its unique contributions and enduring legacy. Its rise during a period of fragmentation and conflict highlighted the complexities of the era and demonstrated the potential for leadership and resilience despite significant odds. Shu's political and military strategies, spearheaded by Liu Bei and Zhuge Liang, became legendary, influencing subsequent generations of Chinese leaders and strategists. Moreover, the Shu Kingdom played a crucial role in shaping the historical narrative of the Three Kingdoms period. Its interactions with the other kingdoms, particularly its alliances and rivalries, helped to define the geopolitical landscape of the time. The kingdom's decline and eventual absorption into the Jin dynasty marked the end of an era, but its legacy continued to inspire Chinese culture, literature, and folklore. The purpose of this essay is to provide a comprehensive examination of the Shu Kingdom, exploring its historical context, governance, military strategies, cultural contributions, and ultimate legacy. By delving into these aspects, the essay aims to offer a nuanced understanding of Shu's role in the broader tapestry of Chinese history. Through this analysis, readers will gain insights into the kingdom's significance, its contributions to Chinese civilization, and the enduring impact of its leaders and achievements. The Three Kingdoms period, 220 to 280 CE, in China was a time of intense political fragmentation and military conflict following the end of the Han Dynasty. This era was marked by the division of China into three rival states, Wei, Wu, and Shu. The collapse of the Han Dynasty, caused by internal strife, corruption, and external pressures, led to widespread chaos and the eventual fragmentation of imperial authority. The period is characterized by its turbulent political environment, with frequent battles and shifting alliances among the three kingdoms. Despite the conflict, it was also a time of significant cultural and intellectual activity, with developments in literature, historiography, and military strategy that continue to influence Chinese culture today. During the early Three Kingdoms period, the geopolitical landscape of China was dominated by power struggles among regional warlords. The vast and diverse territory of China was divided into several zones controlled by competing factions. The northern plains were primarily controlled by the Wei Kingdom, led by Cao Cao and his successors, while the southeastern regions were under the control of the Wu Kingdom, established by Sun Quan. The southwestern region, encompassing modern-day Sichuan and parts of Yunnan and Guizhou, became the domain of the Shu Kingdom. The geographic and strategic importance of these regions influenced the kingdom's military strategies and political decisions. The Shu Kingdom, with its natural fortifications of mountains and rivers, was well positioned to defend itself but also faced significant challenges in expanding its territory and maintaining stability. The rise of the Shu Kingdom is intricately linked to the figures of Liu Bei and his chief strategist, Zhuge Liang. Liu Bei, a distant relative of the Han imperial family, emerged as a prominent leader during the late Han Dynasty. His charisma, claims to royal lineage, and ability to rally support played a crucial role in his rise to power. Liu Bei's relationship with Zhuge Liang, a brilliant strategist and advisor, was pivotal in shaping the kingdom's policies and military strategies. Zhuge Liang's intellect and innovative approaches to warfare, governance, and diplomacy were instrumental in consolidating and expanding Liu Bei's realm. Their partnership became legendary, symbolizing the ideal of loyalty and mutual support in leadership. The formation of the Shu Kingdom began in earnest in 221 CE, when Liu Bei declared himself Emperor of Shu Han, claiming to restore the Han Dynasty's legitimacy. This declaration marked the formal establishment of the Shu Kingdom, distinct from the other two competing kingdoms. The consolidation of Shu's power involved a series of military campaigns and diplomatic maneuvers. Liu Bei initially focused on securing his base in Sichuan, which was strategically advantageous due to its defensible terrain. He engaged in alliances and conflicts with neighboring states, including Wu and Wei, to solidify his position. One of the key events in Shu's consolidation was the successful capture of the strategic city of Chengdu, which became the kingdom's capital. This victory allowed Liu Bei and Zhuge Liang to establish a stable administrative framework and strengthen their control over the region. The kingdom's internal governance was characterized by efforts to maintain stability and foster economic development, despite ongoing external threats and internal challenges. Through a combination of military prowess, strategic alliances, and effective governance, the Shu Kingdom emerged as a formidable entity in the Three Kingdoms period, leaving a lasting impact on the historical narrative of China. The Shu Kingdom's governance was marked by a system that combined elements of Han Dynasty administration with innovations suited to its distinct needs. The emperor was at the helm, wielding supreme authority over both civil and military matters. Assisting him was a council of ministers responsible for various aspects of government operations. The kingdom's administrative framework included positions such as the chancellor, who oversaw the day-to-day workings of the state, and the minister of personnel, who managed appointments and bureaucratic functions. The kingdom was divided into administrative units known as provinces or commanderies, which were further broken down into counties and townships. Each unit was governed by officials who were tasked with maintaining order, collecting taxes, and implementing imperial policies. Local magistrates and military officers played crucial roles in managing specific regions and ensuring stability across the kingdom. Among the key figures in Shu's governance were Liu Bei, the founder and first emperor, and Zhuge Liang, his chief strategist and advisor. Liu Bei's leadership was characterized by his efforts to restore Han legitimacy and secure the southwestern territories. Zhuge Liang's strategic acumen was pivotal in shaping Shu's administrative and military strategies. Their collaboration set the foundation for the kingdom's development and defense. Guan Yu and Zhang Fei, Liu Bei's sworn brothers and loyal generals, were instrumental in Shu's military endeavors. Guan Yu was celebrated for his martial prowess and later deified as a god of war, while Zhang Fei was renowned for his fierce combat skills. Liu Shan, Liu Bei's son and successor, continued the policies of his father and Zhuge Liang, though his reign faced political challenges and internal strife. In terms of social organization, the Shu Kingdom reflected traditional Chinese hierarchies. At the top of the social structure were the ruling elite, including the emperor, high-ranking officials, and nobility. This class wielded significant political and economic power and enjoyed privileges such as land ownership and influence. Below the elite were scholars and bureaucrats, who played crucial roles in administering the kingdom. Their positions were often based on merit and education, in line with Confucian ideals emphasizing moral conduct and competency. The common people, including farmers, artisans, and merchants, constituted the bulk of the population. Farmers were especially valued for their role in agriculture, while artisans and merchants contributed to the kingdom's cultural and economic life. The bottom of the social hierarchy was occupied by slaves and indentured servants, whose status involved economic dependence and limited social mobility. The kingdom's economy was primarily agrarian, with rice and wheat being key crops. Agriculture was central to sustaining the population and military, supported by policies that improved irrigation and infrastructure. Trade and commerce also played significant roles in Shu's economy. The kingdom's strategic location facilitated trade routes connecting it to other regions. Silk, ceramics, and other goods were traded, contributing to economic vitality. The Shu administration's focus on economic development included measures to enhance agricultural productivity and market regulation. Culturally, the Shu Kingdom was rich and vibrant. Confucian values shaped its social and cultural practices, influencing governance, education, and family life. Traditional Chinese festivals and ceremonies were celebrated with enthusiasm, reinforcing social cohesion and cultural identity. The kingdom also made notable contributions to art and literature. Its artistic achievements included intricate embroidery, pottery, and painting, while literary works reflected its intellectual pursuits. The Shu Kingdom's governance, social organization, and cultural practices left a lasting legacy in Chinese history, contributing to its enduring significance. The military strategies of the Shu Kingdom were integral to its rise and maintenance of power during the Three Kingdoms period. One of the most notable military campaigns was Liu Bei's initial conquest of the Sichuan Basin, which laid the foundation for Shu's establishment. This campaign involved strategic alliances and battles against local warlords, demonstrating Liu Bei's skillful use of diplomacy and military tactics. A significant campaign was the Battle of Red Cliffs, 208–209 CE, which, while not directly involving Shu, had a profound impact on its strategic environment. The victory of the allied forces of Wu and Shu over the Wei forces weakened Cao Cao's dominance and set the stage for Shu's eventual rise. Liu Bei's subsequent alliance with Sun Quan of Wu was crucial in securing the southwestern region. Another key conflict was the series of campaigns led by Zhuge Liang, known as the Northern Expeditions, 228–234 CE, aimed at challenging Wei's dominance. Zhuge Liang's strategies included the use of guerrilla warfare, psychological tactics, and innovative military maneuvers. Although these campaigns ultimately did not achieve lasting success, they showcased Shu's military ingenuity and ambition. The Shu Kingdom's relationships with neighboring kingdoms Wei and Wu were complex and marked by both cooperation and conflict. The alliance with Wu was initially forged to counter Wei's growing power. This strategic partnership was solidified through the famous alliance agreements, such as the one made during the Battle of Red Cliffs. The cooperation between Shu and Wu proved essential in balancing the power dynamics of the Three Kingdoms period. However, relations with Wei were more contentious. The Wei Kingdom, under the leadership of Cao Cao and his successors, was a formidable rival. The struggle between Shu and Wei was characterized by frequent skirmishes and larger battles, with both sides vying for control over strategic territories. The northern expeditions led by Zhuge Liang were particularly aimed at challenging Wei's dominance and expanding Shu's influence in the north. Despite these conflicts, diplomatic efforts were also made to negotiate peace and alliances when advantageous. The shifting alliances and strategic maneuvers were crucial in navigating the complex political landscape of the era. Shu's defensive strategies were shaped by its geographic location and the challenges posed by its environment. The kingdom's natural fortifications, including the rugged terrain of the Sichuan Basin, provided significant defensive advantages. The mountainous landscape and river systems created natural barriers that were difficult for invading armies to traverse, enhancing Shu's ability to defend its territories. The construction of fortifications and military infrastructure was a key element of Shu's defensive strategy. Key cities and strongholds were fortified with walls, watchtowers, and defensive works to protect against incursions. Chengdu, the capital, was a central focus for fortification efforts, serving as both a political and military hub. Zhuge Liang's contributions to Shu's defense included innovations in fortification design and military technology. His strategies included the development of advanced defensive measures, such as the use of traps and fortifications to counter enemy advances. The construction of defensive works along critical routes and the strategic placement of garrisons helped to secure Shu's borders and maintain internal stability. The geographical location of Shu was a double-edged sword. While the natural defenses provided a strong advantage, they also posed challenges for expansion and supply lines. The kingdom's isolation in the southwestern mountains made it difficult to project power beyond its borders and maintain supply lines during extended military campaigns. Despite these challenges, Shu's strategic use of its terrain and fortifications allowed it to effectively defend its territory and navigate the complex military landscape of the Three Kingdoms period. The Shu Kingdom made significant contributions to Chinese art and literature, reflecting its vibrant cultural life. Art in Shu was known for its distinct styles and high quality, with notable achievements in various forms of visual arts. The kingdom produced exquisite embroidery, pottery, and painting, showcasing both technical skill and aesthetic sensibility. Shu's artisans were particularly renowned for their detailed and intricate designs, which often featured motifs inspired by local landscapes and cultural themes. In literature, the Shu Kingdom's legacy is most prominently embodied in the historical records and writings of the era. The most famous literary work associated with Shu is the Records of the Three Kingdoms by the historian Chen Shou, which provides a comprehensive account of the period and the key figures of Shu, Wei, and Wu. This work was later expanded by the historian Xu Guo into the Chronicles of the Three Kingdoms. The kingdom's contributions to literature also include various texts and poetry that captured the spirit and experiences of the time. The works of Zhuge Liang, particularly his memorials, are celebrated for their literary and rhetorical qualities. His writings not only provide insights into his strategic thinking but also reflect the intellectual and cultural environment of Shu. Shu's contributions to technology and science were marked by several notable innovations. One of the most significant advancements was in the field of military engineering. Zhuge Liang, as a key figure in Shu's technological developments, is credited with several inventions, including the wooden ox and flowing horse, mechanical devices designed to transport supplies and aid in logistics during military campaigns. These innovations were ahead of their time and demonstrated Shu's emphasis on practical solutions to complex problems. In addition to military technology, Shu also made strides in other scientific fields. The kingdom's advancements in irrigation and agriculture helped improve food production and manage the region's water resources more effectively. These technological improvements played a crucial role in sustaining the kingdom's population and supporting its military efforts. The influence of Shu's technological and scientific achievements extended beyond its own era. Innovations such as Zhuge Liang's mechanical devices and advancements in agricultural techniques had a lasting impact on subsequent periods in Chinese history. The principles and methods developed in Shu influenced later technological advancements and were integrated into broader Chinese engineering and scientific practices. Overall, the cultural and technological achievements of the Shu Kingdom reflect its rich and complex legacy. Through its contributions to art, literature, and technology, Shu left an indelible mark on Chinese history, shaping the cultural and scientific landscape of its time and beyond. The decline of the Shu Kingdom was influenced by a combination of internal strife and external pressures. Internally, the kingdom faced significant challenges due to political instability and succession issues. After the death of Liu Bei in 223 CE, his son Liu Shan ascended to the throne. Liu Shan's reign was marked by political turbulence and weak leadership. The young emperor struggled to assert control and was heavily reliant on his advisors and military leaders, particularly Zhuge Liang. Zhuge Liang's death in 234 CE during the northern expeditions significantly impacted Shu's stability. His absence left a void in strategic leadership, and subsequent attempts to continue his policies without his expertise led to weakened military and administrative effectiveness. The internal factionalism and power struggles that followed further destabilized the kingdom, contributing to its vulnerability. Externally, the Shu Kingdom faced persistent pressure from the Wei and Wu kingdoms. Wei, under the leadership of Cao Wei, posed a continual threat to Shu's northern borders. The repeated military campaigns by Wei to reclaim lost territories and encroach upon Shu's domains strained the kingdom's resources and defensive capabilities. The shifting alliances and conflicts with Wu also complicated Shu's strategic position, as Wu occasionally allied with Wei to undermine Shu's influence. A key event leading to the fall of Shu was the invasion by Wei forces in 263 CE. The Wei general Sima Yi launched a successful campaign against Shu, capitalizing on the kingdom's weakened state. The fall of Chengdu, the capital city, and the subsequent capture of Liu Shan marked the end of the Shu Kingdom. The kingdom was effectively absorbed into the Jin Dynasty, which succeeded Wei and reunified China. The legacy of the Shu Kingdom is deeply embedded in Chinese history and culture. Despite its relatively short existence, Shu's contributions to the Three Kingdoms period have been celebrated in Chinese literature, folklore, and popular culture. The tales of Liu Bei, Zhuge Liang, and other key figures have become iconic symbols of loyalty, strategy, and heroism. The historical accounts of Shu, particularly those documented in the records of the Three Kingdoms and later works like the Romance of the Three Kingdoms, have shaped the modern understanding of the era. The kingdom's unique position in these narratives highlights its role in the broader context of Chinese history. Shu's political strategies, military innovations, and cultural achievements continue to be studied and admired. In modern historical and cultural narratives, the Shu Kingdom is often portrayed as a symbol of resistance and idealistic leadership. The figures of Liu Bei and Zhuge Liang, in particular, are celebrated for their dedication to restoring Han legitimacy and their strategic prowess. The kingdom's story has been immortalized in various forms of media, including literature, theater, and film, contributing to its enduring appeal and influence. Overall, the Shu Kingdom's legacy is characterized by its contributions to Chinese history and culture, its innovative military and administrative practices, and its prominent place in historical narratives. The kingdom's impact extends beyond its own era, influencing subsequent generations and continuing to capture the imagination of historians and the public alike. The Shu Kingdom, a key player in the Three Kingdoms period of Chinese history, was marked by its strategic location, innovative governance, and vibrant cultural contributions. Established by Liu Bei and guided by the strategic genius of Zhuge Liang, Shu carved out a significant role in a time of intense political fragmentation and military conflict. The kingdom's governance was characterized by a centralized system that drew from Han Dynasty models but adapted to the unique challenges of its era. With key figures such as Liu Bei, Zhuge Liang, and loyal generals like Guan Yu and Zhang Fei, Shu demonstrated effective leadership and administrative reforms. The kingdom's social structure and economic activities, including advancements in agriculture and trade, further highlighted its resilience and adaptability. In terms of military strategies, Shu's key campaigns, alliances, and fortifications underscored its tactical acumen and defensive capabilities. The kingdom's innovative military techniques and its strategic use of geographical advantages were crucial in maintaining its autonomy amidst external pressures and internal challenges. However, internal strife and external pressures eventually led to the kingdom's decline. The succession issues, political instability, and successful invasions by Wei forces culminated in the fall of Shu in 263 CE. Despite its relatively short existence, the Shu Kingdom's legacy remains influential. The historical and cultural impact of Shu is evident in Chinese literature, folklore, and modern media. The stories of Liu Bei, Zhuge Liang, and other figures from the Three Kingdoms period continue to resonate, symbolizing ideals of loyalty, strategic brilliance, and perseverance. The Shu Kingdom's contributions to art, literature, and technology reflect its rich cultural heritage and lasting significance. In summary, the Shu Kingdom's significance lies in its role as a symbol of resistance and innovation during a turbulent period in Chinese history. Its enduring legacy continues to inspire and inform the historical narrative of China, affirming its place as a pivotal chapter in the nation's storied past.